Hello scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am up today with a Get It Scrapped layout. So this week I have totally been a slacker. I've been having some health issues, and so all of my assignments that I'm supposed to be working on this week have just kind of taken a backseat. So this video was supposed to go live on Tuesday, and yeah, that didn't happen. So I apologize about that. But this is for Get It Scrapped, and this week's blog post was about scrapbooking a moment layout. So we all have those photos that are just adorable or cute or sweet, and we just love them, not because there's a story behind them, but just because that moment was just perfect. And that's what this assignment was about. I was so super excited when they gave me this assignment because I have so many photos where I don't really have a story for them. But lately I haven't been telling those, well, not stories obviously because there's no story behind them. Lately I haven't been scrapbooking those photos because I just don't have all the room in the world for those layouts in my albums, which makes me sad, but at the same time I kind of want to tell the stories in my layouts is what I've been realizing. So when I got this assignment I was super excited, and I have a huge stack of photos on my desk that don't really have stories. They're just cute photos of my kids, and most of them are from when they were little because let's face it, once your kids start, going past the age of 9, 10, 11, they're still cute, they're just not baby cute. So when I want to just scrapbook a moment, I usually go back in time to when my kids were young. So here I got the idea for this layout from a lady named Maria, and I saw her page on a scrapbooking Facebook group. It was Faith Hope Washi. I will try to remember to leave a link below to that group so you can join if you're not a member. But I get so much inspiration from ladies that are in these Facebook groups, and this one just totally stood out to me. And I knew that when I was going to scrapbook this photo, or that when I did pick out this photo for this assignment, that I knew I wanted to scrap lift this lady, and her layout was so amazing. I loved it so much. So here you can see I've already been cutting up the papers that I want to use, and I'm inking the edges of these papers with my Tim Holtz. Oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called. Let's see. Walnut Stain is the ink that I'm using here. And then I'm just gluing them down. I did kind of switch up the layout. I turned it over or flipped it. So here I'm just adding the papers, and I really do like those last two papers that I cut, and it gives it kind of a fun and textured look. So here now I am ready to put down my photo, and I went off to cut out this little cut file, and I got that from the class by Jen and Tracy, Crafty Jen Scout and Tracy Claiborne. They have a series of classes called Ready Sketch Go, and they are amazing, but they also include cut files in their classes, which is so fun. So I decided to use this cute cut file that said "Oh My Heart," and it is just the perfect title for this layout because seriously, looking at this photo just, it makes my heart swell. It's just one of those little perfect moments, because this is my middle son, Brennan, and he was never a quiet child. He was always running and bouncing off the walls, and so the fact that I was able to snap this photo and just capture this moment in time, it just makes my heart happy. Because there were moments with him where he would sit still. I mean, they were few and far between, but they were there, and I'm so glad that I took this photo to capture this sweet little moment. And he's actually wearing my swimsuit at this. So, I mean, there is a story at the time But it's not that big of a story that I need to tell this exact, what is exactly going on in this photo. It's just a cute photo of him. And I really just love this simple, calm, and sweet moment. So here you can see I'm cutting out these flowers, and this is from, I think this is from Crepe Paper's Heart Day collection. I could be wrong on that. I do have a list of all of the supplies that I used on this page, and these flowers actually don't make it into the final layout. So you can see that I'm kind of fussing around with them, but they don't actually make it. I decided after cutting these out, I wanted to stick with circles, and I got that idea from this paper here, and this is from I think this is a recent collection from Simple Stories. I think it's Domestic Bliss is what it's called. But I saw these circles on here, and I knew that that is what I wanted to go with. And I already had pulled out some circular flare badges, and so I'm going to decide to just go with circles for this layout, and I'm so happy that I did it this way. This layout turned out so simple and just sweet, and I really loved it. So thank you, Maria, for the inspiration, because your layout was perfect to help me along in my process. And sometimes that's just what we need, is a jumping off point. And we don't have to, completely copy what the scrap lift, like the layout that we get the idea from, but it's a jumping off point. So here I used just a plain white piece of paper, and I'm going to decide to use that along with these other two circles. And I'm going to also pull out a cute little chipboard piece. I'm not sure when I do that, but I do pull out a chipboard piece that just says wish on it. And there it is right there. So now I'm going to start gluing down these circles and inking the edges on them. And this layout really didn't take me very long. I think it took me about 40 minutes to complete. But I really love the outcome of this layout. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. And yeah. So here you can see I'm just kind of fussing around with the placement of those hearts, or not hearts, sorry, circles. Those are not hearts. Make sure that you head on over to the Get It Scrapped post, where you can find all of my supplies listed and see all of the other ladies and what they did with this assignment. So if you're not familiar with Get It Scrapped, I am on the creative team. I have been on the creative team since about August of last year, and it has been so much fun. It has kind of stretched me and made me think out of the box with my scrapbooking, and that is always just so fun to do. And sometimes you need the push of a creative team or a design team to think outside the box, which is fine. So here I'm gluing down the cut file that is my title, and I think I'm just gonna glue everything down and then pretty much be done with this layout. But I did want to kind of explain the idea behind Get It Scrapped. It is a membership website, kind of like oh, now I can't even think. Izzy and Noelle Hyman. I can't think of what her membership was called. But it's kind of the same idea. Debbie Hodge comes up with classes, and she has guest designers sometimes, and she has some amazing classes, and I just love her classes. And as a creative team member, we use the classes, and we get new assignments every single month. And for this assignment was to highlight an older class, I believe, and it was just on moment style scrapbooking. But I really just love being on this design team and making myself reach outside of that box, like I was telling you. But with how the blog works is there are about... It kind of depends depending on the assignment, but usually there's like 4 to 5 or 6 scrapbook design team members that use the theme that they give us for the assignment, and then we each post one picture with kind of a blurb about our layout and what we got from the assignment. So I will leave a link below to the blog post. And I also try to post on my blog as well, just to kind of post more photos and also a link to this video. So I will leave a link below to the Get It Scrapped post as well as my blog post so you can see more photos. But here I am gluing down some Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins, and I believe I used Coffee Break and then also Holiday Traditions on this layout. And then that is pretty much going to be the end. I am going to do just a teeny tiny bit of journaling right above the photo. And yeah, that is it for this layout. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you will come on over to the different blog posts and also come on over to Get It Scrapped. They have a forum there, and we just got done doing Calvin Ball, which is a super fun just layout competition trying to get us motivated to scrapbook. So here I am going to cut off that part of the circle that didn't make it on the layout, and I think I'm done. I think I must sit and fuss with this for a while, but I hope that you guys have a great scrappy week. Bye.